Alright guys, I got this thing cobbled together pretty good. I made a couple mistakes, but whatever. So I cut this too far. I measured it wrong. And then I had to trim this one because I measured that one wrong. But I just take these two pieces of boards here. I put this old junky ass 2x8 behind it. And it just sits there, so I probably should have cut it to the correct size, but I just leave it there. If I ever decide to tetris in some more wood, I've got an anchor point, so it'll keep it from sagging. Anyway, so we had to pull this off of here, and I had to come in here and undo this entire thing over here. So this is actually just floating there. It actually doesn't need to be on there. So we're attached up here. This is not a crack. This is a Sharpie pen marker, by the way. The wood does go underneath that piece of board, you can see, because that sticks out. So that's particularly why that looks like that. This was for a shelf, so we could still put one of these back up in here, but it can't be that long anymore. I thought about doing it, so I'll just put one here. And these holes were drilled because it had coax running through. This used to have a cabinet in the way on this end over here. You couldn't get to anything. And then it had, as you see, there's lots of like funky, weird pieces, because that's what was originally here, was that, and then this piece here, and then I built up these pieces so that I could have this sitting where I wanted it. They used all these 2x2 or 1x2s or whatever the hell they are, and you know, just makes things a pain in the butt. So I just got bored and built up all this really weird crap to accommodate what they had. So it's looking cool, I guess. I mean, I don't know. It's like a plywood trailer park double wide OSB. So I've been using the Milwaukee and the Bauer. You know, I gotta tell you, I hate to say this, I like the Harbor Freight one better. It feels way more torquey. They're both brush motors. You can see it light up. It lights up a lot, actually, on that one. I can just tell right away this doesn't have the torque that thing has. It's comparable. I never have to charge this damn battery. This thing lasts forever. But when I don't know if you guys watched the channel, but I bought like a kit, and it was like, I don't know, $179 or something like that, and then it went on sale even more to like $149. And instead of just getting the difference made up, I just returned it because I was within the 90 days. So I don't need Milwaukee power tools. I'm not saying anything bad about them, but my mainstay has always been the Ryobi and the Rigid, and I've kind of been trying to get rid of the Ryobi and move over to the Rigid because I really haven't had too many problems other than one of the impact drivers burning up, and the Rigid, other than I think maybe every drill chuck is crooked. You can't see on this one, but the Rigid has the lifetime warranty when you register it. I had a problem and they replaced the battery for free, and I just have to mail them the impact driver, and I'm too lazy to do that, so I actually just went and bought another one. I didn't buy another Rigid, but I bought, well, that was how I ended up on the rabbit hole with that. So this one here came from Goodwill. It was like $7, and there was no battery on it that was any good. The battery that was on it had some bad cells in it, so this thing just sat forever, and I never had a charger in the first place. So I bought this battery and a drill and a charger for $100. The battery and the charger are brand new. And I did the button sequence on it, and I could tell the battery had never been charged, never been used at all. So that was cool. I don't really like buying stuff like that from swap meets, even though I know the guys just buy Home Depot auctions. I worry that sometimes, specifically Milwaukee stuff, it's got a high propensity to be stolen. And you'll see a lot of well-used Milwaukee equipment with somebody's name written on them, and that always kind of makes me go, Anyway, the Milwaukee is great. I just prefer this one. It feels about the same in my hand. Oh, it's actually pretty heavy, but it makes the Ryobi feel like a frickin' toy. So, this is just an older, technology here, but this is still brush motor. I don't like brushless stuff. I really don't. I prefer the brush motor. Anyway, the rigid is fine. This is a brushless one, and so it's kind of whatever you decide you want to buy. But the Ryobi stuff just really doesn't feel right. And I've had a lot of it, and it lasts a really long time. And like right now, I was making some cuts with the saw, and I've got a plywood blade on it, and I've got like a battery, like a 2 amp hour, 1.8 amp hour, small battery like that. These are all pretty small batteries. And you get about halfway through the cut, and then it bogs. And it's a brushless motor, so it doesn't like bog, it just shuts off. And then you got to restart it, and it's annoying. I don't know, I've got a rigid brush motor saw, and it's really, really slow too. And I don't have any large batteries for any of these other than the Milwaukee. So I don't know, but guys do say, well, you need the 5 amp hour battery to, blah, 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 whatever. But most of the stuff that I do, I've got a worm drive saw, I've got a table saw, I've got a chop saw, I try not to use cordless tools if I don't have to, So, anyway, we're getting this put together, and Baby Yoda's up here on the wall still. I gotta get the cover plate over here. Maybe it'll hide that spot that I cut too far out of. I don't think so, actually. We'll see. Yeah. It's gonna look a little stupid, but whatever. So, these outlets are all wrong. Way, way wrong, whoever did them. Didn't plan ahead. They didn't put them far enough out to accommodate for anything. Probably what I should do. I was thinking.
Good morning. This is 9.
Probably just hang sheets of drywall in here.
981 VY Island of Malta. Good morning. How are you?
Yeah, I should probably just hang sheets of drywall in here, I think.